Hey, I'm here at my local park to get some footage of the SJCAM, and right now I am talking to you through the built-in microphone. I've got the wireless microphone to test a little bit later, so keep watching this for that segment on how well that works. But right now I have the camera set to 6K 30 frames per second. I'm going to test the 8K 20 frames per second and then the 4K 30 frames per second. But I just wanted to show you right now that we're on 6K 30 frames per second. So let's walk up to this Salt Creek Trail and we'll get some footage and see how well this works. Okay, I have all the settings at the default, and I've got the default image stabilization turned on. So right now I'm walking up to this bridge in this grass, so you can see that I'm walking. So we'll see how stable this is. And I've got another action camera here that I'm going to compare with just a second when I get up here to the bridge. So this is the Brown County State Park in Brown County, Indiana, which is southern Indiana. And this is a cool trail. It's pretty short, but I just love this covered bridge. Well, it's not a covered bridge. It's like a steel metal bridge that's been painted red. There's two of them. I'm not going to walk all the way to the other one, I don't think. Well, I don't know. Maybe I will. So this is the bridge. So we're going to walk. Here's some more. I'm on flat concrete pavement. We'll take a look at the Salt Creek here. It's a little high because we've been having quite a bit of rain. So you can see, let's go over here to the other side. Yeah, it's kind of murky because we had, I don't know, a couple inches of rain yesterday. Now right now it's really cloudy and overcast. So you might be able to see the blue sky through there. We'll see how well the white balance works, if it's too bright, if everything's blown out. Alright, so now I also have this camera, which is the Insta360 Go or Go Ultra. I always forget. So anyway, it is an action camera too. Now it can only go as high as 4K 30, I think, or maybe 4K 60 frames per second. But it has a really good built-in image stabilization, so I want to just test the difference between the two, see if we can tell. So I'm going to be holding them side by side as I'm one in each hand. So right now I'm booting this up. I know it's not fair to compare the SJCAM to this camera, which is, like $200 extra over the top of the SJCAM's price, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we've got both of them recording right now, and we're going to see side by side how the image stabilization compares with both of them. Alright, so I'm just walking at a normal pace. Alright, now. And let's turn again and look at the creek. That's kind of neat. And we're going to walk down this incline. I'm not trying to walk fast or slow, I'm just walking at my normal pace. Now you might be able to hear the highway in the back. Oh, something just ran across the path. Now, I was looking at the screen on the camera. There was a little bird too, I don't know what that was. I like to watch birds. I'm not like a professional bird watcher or anything, but I like to watch birds. So you can check out how clear the footage is compared to these two cameras. Now, I guess it's not fair to compare because I've got the SJCAM set to 60 frames per second. So when I come back up this hill, I'll put them both at 4K. But again, I'm just walking. You can hear the birds tweeting, maybe. It's a cool morning, which is unusual because it has been so hot. Let's get in the shade here. I'll walk for a little bit further and then we'll turn around and go back up. This is a nice covered path. It's really fun to walk through here. It's very peaceful. Okay, so now I'm going to switch the SJCAM to be 4K, and so we can really get a good comparison between these two cameras. Okay, right now I have the SJCAM SJ30 and I have the Insta360 Ultra GO, both set to 4K 30 frames per second. Both have image stabilization turned on, and other than that, it's just the default settings, and you're hearing me through the built-in microphone of the SJCAM. So we're going to walk back up this hill here, and we'll see how well the image stabilization does compared to these two cameras. So now I am walking. And we were in the shade. We're going to come out of the shade here. We'll see how well the camera transitions to bright sunny whatever. It's bright and sunny right now. It's overcast, but I can see the sun, which is welcome because it's been gloomy for the last couple days. Let's stop here real quick. We'll see if this is clear or blurry. See how close we can get to this leaf. And then here is the Insta360 doing the same thing. Let's do them both at the same time. I've got them close together, side by side. Alright. Let's walk back up this hill to this bridge. Who else likes to hike and walk trails? Let me know in the description below. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, we're back up here to the bridge. Let's get back here in the center. See how this looks. I'm holding these cameras with selfie sticks as level as I can. I'm walking the bridge. Okay, that was a test of the image stabilization. And now I'm going to turn off the Insta360 and I'm going to put the SJCAM on horizon lock. And we can see how that works out. Okay, we have the SJCAM set to 6K 30 frames per second, and I've also got it set to the horizon lock mode for image stabilization. So we're going to see how well that works. I'm going to come down here to the end of the bridge and turn around and walk. Again, this camera is recording the audio with the built-in microphone in the camera. I'm going to give you a test of the wireless microphone that they sent me here in a second. But let's walk down this bridge with the horizon lock turned on. And let's come over here and take a look at the Salt Creek. And let's look on here over the other side. Okay, now I am holding this camera level right now, but I am going to walk here to the center of this bridge, and I am going to twist the camera about 45-degree angle. So there, it's 45 degrees one direction, 45 the other direction. Whoop. Okay, so you might have seen that it just wanted to pop the orientation into vertical, and then it self-corrected because I twisted it a little too much. I'm going to twist back and forth a couple times. We'll see how well this works when I edit the footage. And now let's go back down this way. Looks like it's doing pretty well. Now I'm walking. We'll see if it's getting my up and down motion. Alright. Okay, now we're going to test the wireless microphone. Right now the audio is coming through the camera's built-in microphone, but I have their wireless microphone that they sent to me, so I'm going to turn it on really quick. Okay, and it says it's connected. So right now we're connected, and I'm going to put it right here, and we are recording, and I'm going to back up and talk as I am backing up so you can see that we're on the wireless microphone. See how well the audio is recording. I'm probably 15 feet away or so, maybe almost 20 feet. I'll just keep backing up, and then I will count off the paces as I walk back. Hopefully we won't lose a connection. I'm pretty far away now. I don't even know if you can see me very well. Alright, I'm going to stop right here, and now I'm going to count off the paces as I walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27 paces. Alright, so that was a quick and dirty test of the wireless microphone. We'll see how well that comes through when I edit. And now we're going to get some footage that is 8K 20 frames per second. It's kind of hard to hold a tripod like a selfie stick, so I'm cutting off my head. So we're going to get some 8K footage and see what that looks like. Alright, I still have the microphone on, so I thought I'll just go ahead and use it. Now, I have the camera set to 8K 20 frames per second. So the video might be choppy. And all people don't have an 8K monitor to really see what this is going to look like. But it does give more information to the picture. So I mean, there's more resolution. So even when this is uploaded to YouTube and you watch it in 4K or even lower, you should be able to see maybe some difference. So we're going to just walk, and you can see how choppy it might be because they don't give you an 8K 30 frames per second, which is kind of disappointing because they make a big deal of saying that this camera is 8K, but they only give you the 8K 20 frames per second. So, yeah. You can hear some cars revving in the background. Okay, so we're walking down through here, and it's also important to note that in the 8K setting, you don't get any image stabilization. So that kind of sucks too. I don't know if that's some kind of issue at 8K, that it's too hard to give you image stabilization. I'm not sure, but I can even see in the screen here, as I'm watching myself walk down this path, that, you know, we're getting some jitter from just my steps walking. But, you know, it'll be a test so you can see what it looks like. And we'll also see what it looks like here when we get into a shadier area. Starting to warm up here. It was cool when I got here, and now it is getting a little steamy. Okay, we're about into the shade. Alright, so I'm going to stand still for a second, just so we can see if we can see a lot of the nice details in the plants on the side. See what that looks like. And as I try to be really steady, panning across over here to the other side, we'll see if the highlights are washed out. You hear the birds singing. I think that's a cardinal. Okay, now we'll see what this looks like because it is super bright. I can see with my naked eye some cloud details, but when I'm looking in the screen here, I'm not really seeing much. It is overcast. We'll see if this is blowing things out. Let me turn around and get a little bit of a selfie. Let me pop that screen up so I can see what I look like here. From what I can see in the screen, it looks like I'm completely blown out because the sun is right there shining in my face. So let's turn this way. Now the sun's behind me. Let's go into the shade, and I'll turn around and see. Whew, it's getting hot. Walk into the shade here. All right, I still look a little blown out. Now I have a very pale complexion, but that looks like way paler than what I normally am. That's interesting. I'm going to get a couple of more samples. I'm going to do 6K 30 and 4K 30 and see, standing right here when I twirl around, what that looks like. All right, we're at 6K 30 and I'm twirling around. We'll see if my complexion looks as dead. I'm not a vampire. Okay, it looks like I'm blown out and I'm standing in the shade. Now there is light coming at me, but I am under tree cover here. Let's see if you can see it right here. And I look pretty blown out. Oh, there went a butterfly. All right, I'm going to stop this and go to 30 frames per second, 4K. All right, we're recording at 4K 30 frames per second. Same location, twirling around. Man, I need to get some sun because I look dead. And in the screen, I look completely washed out. My face looks way too overblown. I keep turning. Okay. And I'm going to turn this off. Okay, I have the Insta360 GO Ultra. I had to look at the camera. And I have the SJCAM SJ30 side by side. And I am doing selfies, and I can see that in the SJCAM's display that I look terrible. I look completely washed out compared to the Insta360 GO Ultra. So now I'm going to walk up this hill. Let me turn this around so you can see. This is what it's looking like. That's what I'm walking into. Okay, I'm going to walk uphill here. I hope I'm recording with both of them. Yep, I am. Sorry about that. I've got my hands extended holding these two cameras. And okay, now the sun is in my face. And the display for the Insta360 looked decent. And the display for the SJCAM, there was a bug, looks like I'm completely blown out. So that could be an issue if you're wanting to use this camera in a really bright day. Whew, it's freaking hot. I'm starting to sweat, folks. Okay. And I'm getting tired holding these out at arm's length. So there was that test. Okay, it's about 10 o'clock and I'm in my upstairs and there's not a lot of light on at all. Behind me is the kitchen area where there are lights. But right now I have it set to the nighttime lens, and I'm going to switch it to the nighttime lens. And you can see that it really brightens up the picture when you switch to that special lens for nighttime shooting. So this is the way that it looks. Just going to walk around a little bit, and then we will see what it looks like when we actually get it off this camera. See if it looks grainy or whatever. There's the cat scratching. Alright, that's using the night vision lens.